doing, YouTube? It's Archimedes again. Just gonna try to make this somewhat of a quick video here. I've got marked out about where the top of my workbench is gonna be, and I'm actually anticipating and kind of thinking maybe I could stretch this out to about the edge of this carpet here, and that'll keep it far enough from the door where I won't be covering up my light switches here, things like that. I'm also gonna have to move my garage door opener, and I think I'm wanting to store my my raw material in here. This way, when I pull it out, I can just, if I need to, I can open up this door and I have full access to pull out 6-foot sticks. This is going to be about, give or take, the top of the workbench here, and this is about 44. And at this point, I'm kind of thinking that might be a little tall, so I may drop this down just a hair bit. And then I've got, give or take, marked about 2 feet up, which is going to be about the top of my pegboard, and I'm kind of wanting a little bit of gap in there, just not a dramatic amount, just a little bit, for things like cords, electrical cords, or anything that if I need to drop down, I can, or pull them around back so that they're not all dangling down in front of the workbench. And at the top of this up here, I have marked where I anticipate this about a foot apart here. So I'm wanting to have these open cabinets here where I can have doors and store things such as like paint cans, oils, cleaners, things like that. So I actually did some browsing around at the stores today, and I come across these drawer slides that are made by Everbuilt. These are 20 inches long, and according to directions, they show to hold about 100 pounds worth of weight, which that should be more than sufficient enough that I don't think I'll ever have to worry about overloading them. I think a majority of the weight's going to come from the drawer itself, which will help, in my opinion, give it that nice smooth roll. And other than that, I don't anticipate storing much. Maybe some towels, things like that, gloves, just maybe a welding helmet or two, just a couple small odds and ends. It's not going to be anything dramatic. And maybe some unfinished pieces of raw material that I don't want out in the open or to be rusted or anything. Also in Tractor Supply, I came across these hinges. Now there's 2 different sizes that I have here. This is a 2-inch, and I'm wanting to use these 2-inch up on the top cabinets there, and those are going to be about a foot deep. It's going to be just deep enough to hold about 3 paint cans, and all in a row. So I don't know how much storage I'm going to get out of that, but I'm thinking that that can be usable, and I'll also be able to use the top of that as well. And I came across also these 3-inch. Now, these don't have holes in them. They're made to be welded on. So these, I mean, they weren't drastically expensive. But I think with all these parts and pieces, I did come across also some diamond plate sheets that they have. And I'm thinking I could possibly use some of those on the sides and just drill holes in those, and so far apart, and rivet that to the actual bench itself. I think would kind of help close that in, give it a little character. I really didn't want to spend a whole lot on that. I'm trying to keep the cost of this low, but it's just buying the wire wheels to brush off all the rust has already exceeded nearly $200. So with these drawer slides and these hinges, minus my time, I mean, just my time taken out altogether, I'm already looking at $400. But if this turns out the way that I'm hoping it does, I'm thinking this is going to work out great. I think I'll have everything planned out. Like I said, I've already got measured out here a spot for my lathe box, my lathe, and my drill press with a little bit of gap in between there. So with that, hopefully I'll have everything I need. And originally I didn't want to cover up the window. I think it'd be nice to have a window in here, at least since I've got one, but I already don't open the window. I don't use it much. I suppose at worst case scenario, if I don't like it, or if I want to be able to open the window, I can manage a way to work that through. But as of right now, I'm not anticipating it. Once again, this is all going to be built out of metal, so if I really need to, I can hack this thing up. As much as I would hate it, I can hack this thing up and rebuild it. It's going to be out of metal, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm also thinking on this other side that I've got taped off right here anyway, that this piece here, this section is going to be about 6 foot. It's going to stretch just shy of this outlet over here. And I'm thinking I may want to add just another foot on top of that, just as a workbench. I'm not going to have anything stored on it, maybe a box or two, but nothing large was the goal. That was specifically on this bench. I'm kind of wanting things like a vise that I can pull out and mount it, use it, and then shove it back away so that it's not out in the open, kind of being an obstruction. So with that, I've got, like I said, a few ideas that I'm wanting to throw in this thing and really see how they pan out. And some of these I may not even try. I don't know how far all this material here is going to get me, but assuming, I'm thinking this is going to be plenty enough. I only used about, I think it was 24 sticks total to build a 9.5 foot long, I think it's a 43, 42 inch tall workbench for someone else. And I've got 80 sticks here, so surely this should be enough. And if not, I guess at this point I'm willing to run down to the store, grab another couple sticks of this, and get right back to building. I am probably, as far as these drawer slides, I am probably going to have to mount these with, assuming with the rivet gun, which, if I'm thinking right, I may actually need a bigger rivet gun and bigger rivets, which is going to be perfectly fine. If that's the case, then I can find other things around the shop to use that for. So just wanted to do a quick update. Tomorrow's Christmas, so Merry Christmas to y'all. And as far as the next couple days, it's supposed to be not great, but not horrible as far as weather-wise, which will help me a bunch because I won't have to run the heater all day, which reduce fuel costs. So hopefully within the next couple days, I can get to hacking at this and then start piecing some of that together. And as far as that goes, just out of boredom, I may try to do a short clip on some of the build process, or maybe even just a quick video, like a time-lapse video or something. So until then, Merry Christmas to y'all, Happy New Year, and thanks for watching.